Holy dooly, everybody. Whew. It's 9:15 on Thursday night and it is so hot still. It's been 40 degrees today, probably even more. It was 40 degrees at 6:30 tonight, so I reckon it was more in the middle of the day, which is about 104 degrees Fahrenheit. At the moment it's 36, which I guess is around 100. And it's just been so disgustingly hot. It's still boiling hot now. But I really wanted to come and make this video. So I've got it set up. I've been setting it up in stages. So I do a bit and then I go and sit under the fan. Then I do a bit more and go and sit under the fan. And finally I'm ready to show you Lottie in her next romper. So this beautiful yellow romper, which also happens to be to work for Theme Thursday, because this week it's yellow or giraffes. So I've got a yellow romper which just happened to work, just coincidence. But this gorgeous romper is, I don't know if you can see the detail in the fabric, hopefully you can. It's by Boden and I think it's from last season. I've had it for a long time but she hasn't worn it yet. And it's yellow in the background and it's got white flowers of different sizes all over it, like the outline of them, and then the centres of them are sort of like a brown. And it's actually just a crossover strap at the back, but it's got that lovely bib front, so it comes all the way up, and frills on the shoulders. Underneath I've put a bodysuit, just a white bodysuit. I think I've used this before just recently, under one of the other rompers I showed you. It's just got a frill collar, like a light sort of voile cotton collar, and little, what do you call those sleeves? Like angel wing sleeves or butterfly sleeves. So it's perfect under the romper, otherwise you would see the join of her cloth body to her vinyl arms. So that's what she's wearing. It's a size 3 month. I also remembered that I had these beautiful leather vintage baby shoes. They're not identical yellow, but I thought they were close enough, so she's wearing those too. They're gorgeous. They're like a little T-bar shoe. They've got a little bit of punch hole design on the top, and then they do up in the traditional way with sort of a, I don't know what the button is actually made of. It's a white sort of pearlized something or other, and it just goes into a little slit that's cut into the ankle strap of the shoe. And they're real baby shoes, real vintage baby shoes. I bought them at the same time as I bought this Silver Cross pram she's in. This is a proper size Silver Cross pram, not a doll one, but it is like a sort of a shrunk down version that was sold in Australia. I'm not sure if it was ever sold in England, but the ones that I've seen online have all been here in Australia, so it may be a special version just for here. It's a narrow bodied, so it's not a big wide one, and it doesn't have the big coach wheels. It's still sprung and everything, and has the same kind of hood, and the same sort of, what do you call, I always forget what you call the handle thing. What do you call that? Whatever that is. That's still the same. And it does convert down from the pram, you know, the flat pram, into like a stroller. So it could be for a sitting up baby as well. And it's still quite sturdy and heavy. Obviously not as heavy as the big coach built ones, but it's a very sturdy Silver Cross pram, and I think it's still 43 years old, I think. Jan told me, who used to own it for her little girl, her real little girl. So now, how did I get onto that? Oh yeah, the shoes also belong to Jan's little daughter when she was a baby. So that is what Lottie's wearing. She's also got one of those new hair bows that I bought for her from an Etsy seller here in Australia. No, it wasn't an Etsy seller, was it? It was a small company that has a few different brands that they sell, local Australian things, and it's just on one of those sort of light brown stretchy bands, and then it's a white bow that's tied beautifully, and it feels like leather. It may be leather or suede or something like that. It's quite a solid little bow. Yeah, so that's what Lottie's wearing for today's romper review, and thank goodness she's not as hot as I am, because you guys are all freezing overseas, so you probably can't imagine how I'm feeling. So I can't even imagine how you must be feeling. It must be lovely to be cold. Oh my goodness, I would love it right now. I'm going to have to put the air conditioning on in my bedroom so I can go to sleep tonight. That's how hot it is. Tomorrow's going to be better. It's going to be 10 degrees lower than what it is right now. So that will be okay. I didn't get much done today because it's just been too hot. So I've sort of been like this amoeba of a blob, melting and moving and then cooling down under the fan, and only doing what I've actually had to get done. As well as eating, of course, I managed to feed myself. Now, I told you in the last video that I was going to show you like a couple of my other dolls. So the ones that I've chosen to show you are very small little dolls, and I'll get one and show you and start telling you about them because they're absolutely beautiful. Now this one is the first one I bought. Can you see her? She's very little. She's about 6 inches, and she's made of maple wood. She's hand carved. She's only 6 inches in total. So her face, her hands and her legs are made of maple wood, and her body is made of cloth. She's got wire armature, so you can just gently move her arms. She's 5-way jointed. And she's just, look at the face, just absolutely gorgeous. I wonder how close I could get it without. Yeah, you can still see. Camera's behaving today. Oh, that makes a nice change, doesn't it? You see the beautiful painting on her face? Isn't she gorgeous? So these dolls are made by Erika Catallani. I'll leave her name down in the description. And did I say this little girl is 6 inches? And of course all the clothes are handmade as well. Look how beautiful that is. I'll come in close so you can see the embroidery on the bottom of the dress. So it's just a little beautiful little white dress with short puff sleeves and amazing embroidery down the bottom in pinks and blues and bits of green leaves. And then it's got a pink tie around the waist, and she's also got like a beautiful waistcoat made of felt and with blanket stitch around the edge in a green. And then she's got a little matching bonnet. Let me turn and show you. That's completely in felt. All the decorations are felted, and the actual bonnet is blue. It's pink, and it's got pink and blue flowers and green leaves on the side. She's got a mohair wig that's just straight dark hair, and this one's got brown eyes. I don't know if you'll be able to see if I just go. No, you probably can't see. There's you can see the, what do you call it when the grain of the wood. I can see it. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Probably not. Let me see if I get close to the legs. Look at that shade. That's no good. The shadow from the dress. What about on the arms? Yeah, there you go. You can see that. There's the grain on the arms, so you can just see it's real wood. Just beautiful little thing. Look at her profile. Isn't she adorable? Now the camera's complaining. Yeah, doesn't like that very much. Anyway, so that's one of them that I have. Oh, let me show you her teeny weeny shoes. They've got little, they're made of the same pink felt with light pink flowers made of felt embroidered on the top. So they're her teeny weeny shoes. And she's got like matching bloomers underneath, just in the white cotton. So that's her. She was the first one I bought, and I honestly can't remember where I bought her from. I know that the toy shop sells them, so maybe they sell them now, and maybe they did, because I would have had her for over 10 years. Maybe they still had her then, and that's where I bought her. Now I do have another one, and this one I actually bought when I was I think I was when I was in Switzerland. So I show you, this is her little sister. So there she is. She's another 6-inch doll, and she's got brown eyes as well. And let me just turn her face a weeny bit if I can. There we go. So it's more straight on, so you can see. Can you see that? She's got all these ties under her chin. There she is. There's her little face. She's got a blonde mohair wig. And she's wearing a different sort of outfit. It's a very fine knitted outfit. It's in a a sort of a pinky, here we go with these colours again, sort of a, you can't really tell, it looks more like sort of, browny orangey, but it's pink, like not even a dusky pink, but something like that. It's a little romper, and she's wearing a matching cardigan in cream, and it's edged in the same pink. It's very fine knitting. I'd say that's probably only 1-ply wool, and she has a little bonnet to match that I haven't done up, but it's just sitting on her head. You can see, have a look at that pattern in the back. Isn't that beautiful? And there you can see her hair. So that's how she comes, and she's just got little bare feet, no little booties on her. Just beautiful little doll. Let me make sure you can see her face again. There she is, you can see that well. So that's all hand carved and hand painted, of course. And so that's her, they're sisters. I've decided they are sisters. And the little blonde one, the second one that I just showed you, came with this companion toy, because they often do have a companion with them. The first one I bought didn't, but this one, the second one did. It's a teeny weeny bunny rabbit, 5-way jointed, white with big ears. He's even got whiskers. I don't know if you'll be able to see the whiskers. And pink little paws on his hands and feet. And just little tiny black eyes. And little button nose, black nose, and a little black mouth. So that's the companion for the second baby I just showed you. And then I have one more thing that I bought, excuse me, at the same time while I was in Switzerland. And it's not a doll, but it's an outfit for the dolls. And I just bought it because the work in it is just superb. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? A little dress with and the dress is cotton. It's got beautiful smocking across the top. And of course it's tiny to fit these dolls. It's got a white Peter Pan collar. And then over the top is a beautiful coat. And it's made of navy blue felt, with beautiful embroidery around the bottom in red, and a kind of a royal blue and excuse me, green leaves. Let me see how close I can get up to that with the camera. That's not too bad. You can see that a bit, can't you? Let me just show you this smocking of the dress. And of course the coat is fully lined in the same blue as the dress has. Isn't that just stunning? So I bought that not because I'm ever going to change the dolls, but just because I love the work that went into that. I just think it's adorable. It's so pretty. I'll just show you the back while we're here. There we go. There's the back of it. Isn't that just beautiful? A bit of fluff there. Don't want that. There we go. Isn't that just stunning? So of course I had to have that too. Why not? Just to have, just because it's gorgeous. So it's on display in my doll room next to these two girls who just, they sit because their legs bend up. So they both sit next to each other. And the rabbit sits with them. So there you go, everybody. Before I melt into a complete puddle on the floor, I'll say good night and goodbye to you all. I hope you've enjoyed seeing those Erika Catallani babies. These ones are 6 inches. I think she does a range in 8 inches and another range in 10 inches, but they're very limited editions. I think she makes 20 a year, and that's all. I think I have a feeling that I ordered. Yeah, I think I ordered one and said that I wanted the brown eyes and the kind of hair I wanted. I have a feeling I did that. Must have been with that first one. Yeah, so they're very limited editions and gorgeous, and they all are made the same way, whether they're 10 inches, 8 inches or 6 inches. So they all have a cloth body and a hand-carved arms and legs and beautiful heads with beautiful hand painting. So my darlings, I'll go back to my fan and turn on the air conditioner in my bedroom and try and cool down a bit. It's just absolutely hideous. My oldest son and his family moved out of their house today when it was 40 degrees. They had to move all their stuff today. And they've just gone into that rental property while their house gets renovated. So what a day to have to move. They did survive. They sent me a photograph and they look okay, so that's something, isn't it? Yeah, so there you go. Alright everybody, I'll talk to you all soon. I hope you're all okay, and please take care and be kind to each other. Bye bye everyone.